Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am Mother Azure, but you can also call me Maria. I am back again with a pick a card reading. I'm gonna show you the options right now, but then I do have a message which I will leave a timestamp in the description and the comments in case you want to skip it. So there's group 1 and group 2. I'm only doing 2 groups today because that's what my spirit team said, that this should be enough. And actually I don't have any cards picked out, only these ones that came out when I asked what they wanted me to share. Okay, so pile 1 has this charm, and there is a Gemini charm. You can if this is your zodiac sign, you can choose your zodiac signs because both of them are zodiac charms. But do use your intuition. Okay, so this is a Gemini charm, and then pile 2 is a Leo charm. Okay. So you can pause it right now and make your choice. If you want to listen to what I have to say, do keep going, but I will have a timestamp for when actual pile 1 starts. I did wanted to share this because I feel like it's a message for the collective, even though I'm doing a pick card. So the time I'm recording this message, I've had a rough couple of days, okay? And a lot of, I would call it purging, like an emotional purging, which I have an anxiety disorder, and my anxiety is through the roof right now. Okay, but the thing is that when I cry, let's say I let myself cry, I let myself feel it, it gets better and then it comes back out again. So my conclusion to that was that I was having some type of purging for some reason, right? So I did ask my guides and they were like, you know what, you're okay, don't worry about it, just let it happen. But the thing is that I think it's for the collective, because when I choose the decks to use for each pick a card or video that I do, I never like pick them out without a purpose. Like I kind of touch all of my decks or look at them and see which one feels right. Okay, so for today you don't see them here, but I have this deck, which is the Liminal Spirits Oracle. I chose this one. I chose another Oracle, which is the Starseed Oracle, and then I got a tarot deck, which is the Bluebeard's Bride Tarot of Servants. It's from a game. But the thing with that is that I noticed after I was like, okay, this one feels like the correct one, the box of every one of these decks that I chose for today are blue. Okay, let me show you real quick because this is a message in and of itself. So this is the box to this deck. All the cards are here because I'm not going to use any other unless they tell me to, so that's why I have it here. So this is blue, right? You can see that one. Let me show you the Starseed Oracle. This is also blue, right? And then this one, I mean, it's black, but it has a lot of blue in it, right? And I found that interesting once I noticed what I was doing, right? So I was like, okay, that's interesting, they're all blue. And the thing with these past few days for me is that I felt my mouth has been very dry, and I just keep kind of crying, and I've had to meditate a lot to release the emotions. And I just found something, and this is why I believe it's connected to the collective, right? The throat chakra, I believe that the name means purification. Okay, so it's possible that that some people in the collective, or all of us, are going through some type of purification before this new moon. I'm just saying the new moon because the new moon, which is gonna be April 12th in Aries. I thought it was a full moon before, but of course not. It's a new moon, because new moons mark a new beginning, so like a new phase completely, right? So I feel like it's very likely that this purification, if someone else in the collective is going through it, you know, do let me know, comment below and tell me. It's for a reason, okay? I haven't seen the reason yet. I don't even know what this pick a card is going to be about. I just let them take the wheel. I simply do what they tell me to. I usually do 3 piles, and they said 2 this time, and I'm like, okay, let's use 2. I didn't pick out any other cards except these 2. There are no other cards here, okay? So I feel like this is going to be a very important pick a card. And also I feel like these may be longer than my usually pick a cards, which usually my each pile that I do tends to last anywhere between 15 and 20 something minutes. I feel like this one's gonna be really long, so I did wanted to say that because I feel like that's a message for the collective as well. Because and also like my mom has been experiencing stuff with her throat as well. We're not sick, we don't have COVID like or anything. It's just like a strange thing, and I wanted to express it. My voice has been very shaky because I'm anxious. So, but like I also like I just finished crying. I'm gonna say it. I had to cry, and I had to release and cleanse myself before I sit it here, because I've been trying to record this video for a couple of hours and I haven't been able to because I had to release a lot before I even sat down here. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know. Go ahead and choose your pile if you did listen to this. Thank you so much. You know, do let me know, and know that you're not alone through this, because it's been very harsh. Okay, just hanging there. We're almost done. Okay, so there you go. I'll see you in whichever you choose. Bye. Hello, if you chose pile 1, this is your reading. This is a Gemini charm. You may be a Gemini or not. This is simply the one you chose, or you may embody a lot of Gemini energy, which Gemini has a lot to do with communication, because I believe Gemini is ruled by Mercury, if I'm not mistaken. But people who are Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, any other major placements, they tend to be very communicative, and they're usually really good at speaking or you know, being socializing with people, right? But so let's start here. I'm gonna start with this card, and then I'll use the other decks that I picked out, because this is the only card that I used, because my guys said just this one. Okay, so this is the Liminal Spirits Oracle, and you got the Hare. Okay, so that's with the Hare here, it's usually a symbol of unpredictability and maybe some type of anxiety, but also it has to do with fertility and abundance. So this is very related to what I said in the beginning, and it's giving me, because this card right here, this card came up for me in a personal reading that I did for myself as what the current state that I was in, and I'm very anxious. So you may be anxious right now. You may really relate to what I said in the beginning if you listen to it. If you didn't, go back and watch it, and you know, and see if it applies to you. If it doesn't, you know, disregard this part. But because Gemini is a zodiac sign that has a lot to do with communication, it's the twins. It has to do a lot with that. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm seeing like a very, hares are usually very hyperactive in a way, and very, no, not hyperactive, hyper vigilant. That's the word I'm looking for. So you may be a very vigilant person. Like I said, I have no idea what this pick card is gonna be about, because I don't choose beforehand, right? So let's get into this. But it would be good for you if you looked up the meaning of a rabbit spirit. You know, the meaning, the spiritual meaning that they have. So I just want to use, okay, no, never mind, they said this one's. If you don't know, let me explain real quick. I'm more of a medium, more of an intuitive reader. So when I say they said something, it's because that's how I felt it. So sometimes they say, you know, start with this deck or start with another one. So that's what I'm gonna do. And this reminded me of this spiral. Of course, cycles, but I'm seeing kind of like a regeneration of sorts. So you emerging from hardships, if not hardships, just a period of your life that's ending, and you're emerging as a new person, or with new wisdom. That's the word I'm looking for. I feel like the rabbit is an animal that is very, I don't know, easily thought of as just a cute animal, but they're very smart. So some people may underestimate you for who you are. I'm not exactly sure what let's see. Okay, so we got double mission, lightworker, starseed, serve the world by being you, and you'll see inner earth, you'll survive as new solutions and beginnings. So 100% you may have related to what I said in the beginning. So serve the world by being you. like I said, you may be very hyper vigilant or an anxious person, and what you are resolving right now has to do with maybe you have a fear of either public speaking, or you have some type of social anxiety where you don't exactly like to interact with people, which is kind of like the opposite of what Gemini is. So there could be an imbalance there. And that's very interesting, because it does says you'll survive this new solutions and beginnings. And I just saw something. I'm clairvoyant as well, so I'm seeing an image of like a, you know, like an actual beach, kind of like this one. But I'm seeing a what's the name of those birds? The white birds at the beach. You know, I forgot the name, but I'm seeing the bird flying over the water. So that could have a special significance for you. If not, I feel like it has to do with freedom in some way and leaving something behind to move on to better things. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. That's really interesting, and and the reason for that is that you're gonna move towards your mission as well. This card, and I'm gonna show it to you. You may have a very vivid imagination. That's what I'm seeing here, and it's kind of okay. So I got something very specific. It may not resonate for everyone. It doesn't mean it's not your reading if it doesn't resonate. But I feel like maybe you are someone that thinks, you know, about doing something, and you see yourself in your mind doing it, but when it comes to actually doing it, you get very anxious, or maybe just regret it and don't do it at all. And that's very interesting to me, because that's something you have to, that's something you are working on. If you relate it to what I said in the beginning, there's a huge chance that it has to do with what I said about the throat chakra. So your ability to speak up, to express yourself, with confidence and talk to other people, communicate, okay? That could be, yeah, let's see here. You have a Dame of Coins, which is the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles, right? Let's see what else. This is a really strange pico card, isn't it? Five of Pentacles. Ooh, ooh, what did I do? Okay, I'm taking it. It's okay. That was very interesting. The High Priestess, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Let's see what else. That was really interesting. Did you see me just pick it up? So like I said, I'm more of a medium. I'm not an expert, but sometimes I do things, I move unconsciously. Like I don't do it on purpose. What was that? Okay. The Queen of Cups. May I have more, please? So I can see what I'm doing here. The Page of Cups. The Four of Swords. Interesting. There's a lot of cards. Ooh. The King of Swords. There's a pair here. The World. And the Seven of Cups. Okay. Okay, let's see here. This is really interesting. So yes, you are definitely going through a period of healing or regenerating yourself to move on to something new, something better, right? But what I'm seeing here is that when whatever cycle ended for you, it left you possibly in a state of, it looks like confusion, or like not confusion about where to go, confusion exactly about what the hell happened and what to do next, right? So you were kind of like in this gray area when that happened. So you may have had a tower moment, although the tower is not here, and that left you kind of imbalanced, and now you're trying, you need to heal that, and that's what you're doing, whether you know it or not. Here's the thing, the divine or spirit, God, whoever you believe in, they bring about certain things that we have to go through in order to move forward. And for some reason something came to mind. I'm seeing someone play the piano. You may play the piano, or you simply like piano music. You may be listening to it right now. For some reason because I feel like I did this, like I was playing the piano. Music may be very beneficial for you right now. Listening to piano or just classical music in general, or to certain beats, like frequencies that have to do with your throat chakra or whatever it is that you need to heal. Because that will help you a lot. I was saying because they derailed my attention. They bring about things I need to deal with, even if you don't want them to. Like even if you didn't do something on purpose, they brought it up so you can address that and then keep moving forward, right? Because if we don't, there are certain things in our lives that we need to do, that we need to be in a certain mindset for, and when we are not in that mindset, sometimes the divine just I heard like a whoosh, like they just kind of move everything for you and trigger you so you can heal it in that moment before you move on to something better. Because if you're not in the right mindset for something, you're not only not gonna be maybe not able to fulfill it as well as you would have if you had been in the right headspace, but you may just reject it altogether, and that's not what we want here. You have a pair here of the King and the Queen of Swords, so I am seeing you moving forward with a lot of harmony. So you may have and with the Gemini here, you may have to balance your masculine and feminine energies. You may have been doing that. So the energy of doing in action, and the energy of receiving and just being still. And when I say masculine or feminine, those are just, semantics. They're just a way to say, active and non-active. It doesn't have to do with gender in any way. But it's like I see you, because this card right here, there's the Queen of Swords. She's cutting like a piece of cloth. It looks like a cloth, like a piece of fabric, right? And then that you have the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So they're highlighting for me here you cutting ties. You may have to cut some energetic ties around people, places, or just detaching yourself from some emotions that you have to repress, releasing your repressed emotions, so that you may move forward and be in control of your emotional body. I see you moving forward with, it says your service, new solutions and beginnings. It does says that, but I feel like you may be learning something right now. Maybe you're learning the piano at this point. I don't know, but it feels like you're starting something, taking a step towards something that you may not know a lot about, right? It feels like learning, because I do have the page. I have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. The Page of Pentacles, it's like an apprentice of sorts. So you may actually be taking lessons from someone, or simply learning something as a complete new beginner. And if that makes you a little bit anxious, don't worry about it. Be reassured that you're gonna do great, because it has to do in one way or another with your mission, or it's gonna help you get to your mission, right? Although you're in your mission energy right now, they just said that, like, you are in your mission. You're never out of the way, you never deviate from the path of your mission. You may have like you may stumble here and there, but you never actually leave it. You get there eventually, right? Unless, I don't know, unless you like block everything, I have no idea, but you are on your way, right? And they're telling you to, and when I say they, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna title this. That's why I'm like, I don't know what to say. When I say they, I mean, it's coming from my spirit team, but this may be specifically from I'm hearing specifically ancestors, and of course angels, but specifically ancestors, because I think I'm really feeling the energy of my ancestor right now, because I was really anxious, and my ancestor has like a very calming presence, and I don't feel as anxious anymore. So whatever it is that you're doing may deviate a lot from something you had in mind before, or maybe it's a career that you didn't think you would ever decide to follow, like, in a way. Like, people ask you what you want to do, and if they mention this specific career that you're moving towards, you'll be like, no, I don't like that. I'm not gonna be able to do anything there, right? They're telling you you're gonna do amazingly at it. It's like you need to move on from, and that's what you're doing. You're moving on from this energy, and okay, never mind. They had to say, they said that you need to accept whatever is happening right now. If their emotions, feel them. If you're having, I don't know, thoughts that are not very happy about your childhood, you know, just feel what you need to feel, accept it so you can move on. Because when you keep blocking whatever it is that's coming up to you, that the divine put there for you to deal with it in a new way, you kind of like stay stuck in that same energy. So you need to say kind of like I do. I heard say I do. It doesn't mean like you're getting married, but it feels like, you know, accepting this transition. Okay. And I need more from here. They're telling me to get more from here. Okay. I'm seeing someone with blonde, like I saw someone with blonde hair. So maybe you have blonde hair, or someone significant in your life has blonde hair. I have the Ace of Swords here, definitely with the communication thing. And I just heard clear mind as well. So you may have to do some shadow work. You may have to just do something to kind of calm your mind. Ooh, Jesus, those are too many, but I'm taking this one. Those are too many. Chill for a second, please. Okay, Ace of Swords, and then I have the Five of Cups. So yes, a lot of things from the past coming up. The Three of Swords that you're having to deal with right now in order to move forward. So what they're telling you is, you know, don't block it. It's very easy to kind of run away from something that triggers us, because it's the easiest way out, basically. They're telling you not to, because it's helping you move forward to where you need to be. Okay. And this is the Devil. Yeah. It's the same color, red. Like I said, if you watch the intro, I did mention the color blue. Try to surround yourself with the color blue, because the color blue, I mean, it does have to do with sadness and grief, but I see it more as a color of being calm. I mean, my name is Mother Azure, right? It's kind of like this. I'm not very calm, but that's what I want people to feel when they watch my videos, or at least feel reassured of where they're going, right? That's my job. You do have this. I'm sorry, this deck is a little bloody. So, it's like you need to accept yourself. Like, say it out loud. I did an exercise before this, like I did release my emotions, but I decided to say out loud that I accepted my anxiety and that it was okay to feel anxious. You know, say it with your, so that you feel like the vibration in your throat of you saying it. You may cry when you do it, but that will be very, very, very good for you. There's no need to be afraid anymore. I just heard that. There's no need for you to be afraid anymore. So this is like less of a pick card and more of a more of a mini collective reading. Like, it feels like I'm not doing a pick card at all. Like, I don't have a specific theme. I'm just saying what you need, what they want to tell you, what you need to hear, I guess. I just heard the word withdrawal, so you may have some type of dependence on a substance, or just an old way of thinking. I'm not seeing like a specific addiction. I'm just seeing like wanting to leave something behind, but going back to it because you feel like this addictive energy to it. It could be anything. It could be applied to codependency. It could apply to certain ways to manage conflicts. It could be, I don't know, certain ways to manage your emotions. And I'm in love with this because this is the Ten of Cups, and I'm going to show you I have the star right here. So they're letting you know that it's going to be okay. You just need to trust yourself and to accept the change. Okay, you need to accept whatever is happening. It doesn't mean, when I say that, it doesn't mean to accept and just stay in maybe an abusive situation. I'm saying to accept your feelings about it. Okay, there are no wrong feelings. What matters are your actions, but what you feel, allow yourself to feel it, because that way if you don't you start repressing your emotions, and then they're gonna come up later in uglier ways. Okay, it's gonna be more difficult for you, and because it's like if you were pouring water little by little in a little glass, right? And you keep pouring water, water and water, and it's okay, it's filling up, but you kind of don't feel it because it's just a little bit, and then all of a sudden it floods out, and you're like, what is happening? Where did this come from? That's basically the energy I'm seeing here. And also with the hair, like the hair, they seem calm for a second and then they take off immediately, like they go whoosh completely, right? So it's like this level of unpredictability, or maybe not knowing exactly what's happening, right? I heard reconnect with your inner child, and I'm seeing a river. They're showing me a lot of things at the same time. I'm seeing a river, and someone like throwing a rock on the river, like, you know that thing that they grab the rock and they just throw it and it goes. I don't know what it's called. Maybe you did that as a child. And when I say reconnect with your inner child, it could be as simple as doing something that you really enjoyed when you were a child. So maybe you like to go into the river and doing that. I know a lot of people do. And stuff like that. Just sit down and ask yourself, what did I do when I was a child that I really loved to do? Maybe you like to go out in nature and, I don't know, sit by a tree. Maybe you liked playing with Barbie dolls. I mean, nothing's off limits. Do what you gotta do, okay? I'm not gonna judge you. The spirits are not gonna judge you. Do what you need to do to reconnect with yourself, and that way it's gonna be an easier period of transition. And whatever it is that's causing you kind of like this anxiety, it's gonna get better and a lot sooner. Okay, it's gonna go away either way, but they don't want you to be in this energy of of blocking it. You need to accept it and let it flow, like that river I just saw. It looks very crystalline. I just wanted to say that for some reason. It looks very clear. Like I look down and I can see all of the stones. So, is there something else? They're showing me specifically a card from this deck, which is the Mandrake. It's not here, I believe. I don't know if it's in the other group. I haven't seen it, but the Mandrake card. It talks about several things, but the part that's coming up for me right now, it says love is in the air. So I do have a pair here, like a King of Swords and a Queen of Swords. So you could be, I don't feel like, okay, for whoever this specific message is, you may be single right now, and I don't see, it's not a twin flame. I'm seeing kind of like a soulmate. That's the word that came to mind. So someone may be coming into your life soon, and this is part of the reason you are releasing all of this. So you can be in I said productive relationship. What? So it may not be romantic. It may be someone you work with. I don't know. I was gonna say productive relationship. That's a weird thing to say. In a more fulfilling relationship. That's the word I was looking for. I said something else. I mean, no accidents here. It will be a good idea for you, which I just saw, to put up a candle for either for your guides and angels. I'm sorry, I paused because I saw something else. They're showing me a lot of things right now. To either, you can do that to thank them or ask them for guidance, but you can also do one and put the intention of all of these feelings that you're feeling, releasing them with as the candle burns out. And what I saw that it made me stop in my tracks was like either a puppy, like, because if you saw me, I started doing this, and then I saw like an image of either a white cat, or just a cat in general, or something furry. I don't know what it is. It could be a dog as well. So you may have an animal. Oh, maybe it was the hare. I don't know. Do check out the hare spirit animal. And I saw the numbers 2112. 2112. So 2112. No idea what that number means. Do look it up. Write down. If you come to see my readings, you're gonna have to write down a lot of stuff, because I say a lot of stuff that I don't know where it's coming from. But I do see you being, successfully moving out of this. There's no need for you to be afraid. There's no need for you to beat yourself up. There's no need for you to feel guilty. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. All right. So I think that was shorter than I expected it. But I do wish you the best of luck here. I hope that you can get through this, and I know you will. But I wish you the best in this journey, and thank you so much for watching. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 7 a.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. I believe this one's gonna go up on a Sunday, but I'm not exactly sure yet. Doesn't matter, energy is timeless. Okay, so do let me know if you resonated with that message in the beginning, because I'm curious to see who it resonates with. Okay, so thank you so much, and much love. Bye bye. Hello, if you chose pile 2, this is your reading. So you chose the Leo charm. You may be a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, I think 7th house. You could also just embody what is generally thought to be Leo energy. So leadership energy, like someone that's out in the public eye, or someone that at least a lot of people admire. You might be feeling like, I don't think people admire me, but I feel like they do. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna get into this card. I haven't picked out any other cards, which you know if you saw my intro, but this is the only one that came out. I haven't seen this at all, so I'm gonna see it with you. Oh, the peacock with the Leo energy. Oh, that's very fitting, isn't it? I am a Leo. So with the peacock and the Leo, which is right here. So the message, there's a message from your guides here of you not feeling bad about being confident in yourself. And confidence doesn't mean being cocky. It simply means being sure of one's abilities and just expressing oneself without any fear, just being you. Okay, so it would be beneficial for you if you searched up what the peacock spirit specifically means. But I'm saying that it's okay for you, it's okay for you to maybe, I would say, fix yourself up to maybe if you're just inside your house, do something that makes you feel confident, that makes you feel beautiful, because that helps you not only raise your vibration, but it shifts focus from negative self-talk and a negative self-image, which you may have, but not necessarily. They're simply telling you to, I heard the words, pamper yourself. So this may be a time for you to do some self-care. It would be good for you if I'm seeing painting with watercolors specifically, which is something that I actually wanted to do, so I'm gonna take this for myself too. It could painting, if you like to paint, doing your nails if you want to, not specific to gender at all. If you're a man, if you want to paint your nails, go ahead. Do your hair, or just do something that makes you feel pampered. Maybe go to, well, it's COVID, there's still COVID, but go to a spa if you can, if you want to. Just do something that helps you feel pampered, and that really feels for you like self-care. The thing with the peacock here as well is like there's another message here about accepting yourself with your imperfections. None of us are perfect in any way, and striving for perfection is not only pretty much impossible, it's not possible to be perfect and be human at the same time. What makes us humans is that we are flawed. Okay, so there's a message here for you to accept yourself as you are, flaws and all. It doesn't mean that, let's say if you have an anger, let's say that you get angry easily and you just go off on people. It doesn't mean that it's okay for you to go off on people. It just means for you to accept that you are quick to react. When you accept a behavior that will be considered a shadow behavior or something bad, you are more in control of it, right? When you suppress something, it's kind of like, by suppressing it, you think you're in control of it, but it creeps up on you at the worst possible times. Okay, when you accept something and the fact that you're not perfect, you can manage it, right? It will be a lot easier for you. So just, love yourself. That's what I'm saying here. Just love yourself, every aspect of yourself. I'm gonna start with the tarot, which I'm gonna shuffle again because I did use it for the other file. Let's see here. I'm seeing a train. Maybe. Do you travel by train? Let me know. I don't know why I saw that. But okay. You got the Four of Swords. This one came up in the other group as well. I did shuffle twice. Off camera and then right now. So there's some healing for you to do. I'm seeing meditation. There's the Hierophant. The priest, that's what it says here. Some meditation for you to do. Maybe you practice... I heard like Buddhism or like some Buddhist practices that you incorporate into your own practice. That's very good for you, or maybe you should check it out. Because I could feel very relaxing for you. I'm seeing someone specifically sitting, you know, cross-legged, like when you're meditating, on like a tree trunk somewhere outside. It's not a trunk, it's like a tree trunk kind of seat. It looks like, not sure what it is, but it looks like a bench. It looks like a bench. Sitting outside, kind of meditating, right? And they're showing me specifically as well, and they're showing me a lot of things. When I say they, I mean my spirit team. There's a card in a deck, in the Light Seer's deck, which is the King of Cups, and he is sitting cross-legged inside the water, and he's touching with his hands a singing bowl. So maybe singing bowls will be very good for you. Maybe just doing specifically what that card is showing, so you can be more in touch with your emotional side and with your spiritual side as well. So because I do have the I was gonna say the High Priestess. It's not the High Priestess. This is the Hierophant. So maybe we'll see her later. I'm seeing you as someone who, you're very powerful. It's like you are very, you're like a diamond. Like you don't know the potential you have yet. Or maybe you suspect that you do, but do you have some, how do I say this? Maybe you feel like you start feeling like there's like you could be something greater than you are right now, but then you beat yourself up for it because maybe someone in the past has told you that you wouldn't amount to anything or something like that. But no, you are so worth it and you have so much potential. I'm seeing that so hard right here, and I don't know why, but I feel like it feels like Six of Wands energy, you know, like someone who's very victorious, someone who a lot of people admire, like I said in the beginning, but you don't see that yourself for whatever reason, or you may not see it all the time, and they just kind of reminded you of that you do have the potential and you do have the capabilities to do what it is you want to do. This is the Wheel of Fortune, Artisan. Got two major arcana so far. Ooh, ooh. This is the Seven of Swords. That's not a bad card at all, because I see it as independence, at least in this context. It's about you not letting your past, it's about you not letting your past kind of bind you anymore. You moving forward because you want to move forward. And also I moved it like that because I don't read reversals. This is the sorry, the Page of Wands. I always kind of get confused because these cards have other names. And see, yeah, the independence thing. You finally saying, I've had enough of staying here, and I'm gonna do what I need to do and be who I want to be. That's it. That's what I'm seeing here, and I'm very happy for you. The Knight of Wands, see? Just moving forward with full confidence. So you may very well be a fire sign, or at least they want you to embody what the energy of what a fire sign is. So fire signs are usually leaders. They're very you know, straightforward and driven, okay? But they want you to take care of your, you know, your anger and stuff like that, okay? But that's what I'm saying here. Just go for it. And it's like you're okay, that's really funny. They showed me someone who's about to start like a race, you know what they do, and like, is it the Olympics that like they when they're gonna run, they put their feet in like this, I don't know what it is. It's like a thing they put their foot there to like sprint them forward. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm seeing that. It's like you're there and you're kind of just wavering a little bit because you know you have the potential, but something in you, maybe your past or people from your past have told you that you don't, okay? But you're like, I've had enough of that. See, I'm seeing this as where is it? At the past. Like this woman here, this is like a shadow woman, and this is the devil. So The interesting thing in this deck is that the devil, it's not number 15, it's number 14, and when you reduce that in numerology, that's number 5, which is the number of change. So they want you to, you know, if it's someone that told you or implied that you didn't have the potential to do what you want to do, it's about not caring about that. Okay, you will do whatever you think you're capable of doing, okay, with enough hard work, and you can use like a spiritual thing for it as well, but like I said, you can do it. If you believe that you can do it, you can. They're showing me, what card is that? It's a card from my Moonology deck, which is not here. My oracle is not here, but it's a card that says I lost it. I completely lost it. Okay, they don't want me to talk about that anyway. Is the 10 of Wands? Yeah. So you're like, it's kind of like you're fed up with, you're kind of fed up with whatever it is that, you know, it's like you want to move forward and then you get frustrated because you're not able to. Those were too many, that's why I put them back. It's like you want to move forward, but you yourself hold yourself back, and you notice it, but you don't know how to, you know, stop that. But you can. 210, see 2 endings. There's the 10 of Swords. I heard quiet your mind. There's the King of Swords. Swords represent thoughts. That makes a lot of sense for me. What the hell was that? Strength. Oh, there it is. That's the Leo card right there. That's interesting. And you got the Lovers here. Doesn't have to be a relationship. I'm saying that's a choice. And the choice that you need to... What's back here? Temperance. I was like, what's here? The choice you need to make is to... you need to make a choice between what you want to do. Like, do you want to let what other people told you or your insecurities to stop you forever from what you want to do, or do you want to move forward despite all of that, right? It's about not letting whatever it is that's kind of stopping you, just not letting it stop you anymore, just making that choice and moving forward. And something interesting here, the Temperance card is number 15, which should be the devil, and it's the same woman, or at least it looks like it. So that's her taking back control. If you see here, I don't know how well you can see that, but this card, there are like these barrels with wine, and they're pouring all the wine non-stop, right? And then the devil's there. But here, this person is controlling the wine, right? So managing it, not controlling specifically, just accepting it. And by accepting it and choosing to move forward, you are in control of it, okay? So that is something you need to choose for yourself. That's what they're telling you here, okay? And you do have the Strength card, so you can move forward. Have more patience with yourself and love yourself a lot more, because you've done amazingly in a way. In a way, no, you've done amazingly in any way, in every single way. And maybe you don't feel that. Maybe you see a lot of things as failures, but they are not failures per se. If you have a goal in your mind, like a clear goal, and you are progressively moving towards that goal, you are already successful, okay? You don't have to be rich to be successful. You don't have to be recognized by everyone for being successful. Success for you could look like waking up in the morning and saying I love you to yourself in the mirror. Success for you could look like, I don't know, graduating school. Success for you could be making a phone call to someone you didn't want to call. It could be anything you want. As long as it's something that you wanted to do and you move towards it, even if you don't complete it in one go, you're being successful. Okay, so there's a shift in perspective that needs to go on. And something happened here. I moved the card, and because I thought there was one behind it, but there is not. And then I looked towards this card, so it feels like there are some things that, like, relating back again to that first, for what I said in the beginning, that may be creeping up on you, like some emotions, some old thoughts or stuff people have told you. And it's like it's like generally like you have the strength to move beyond that, right? You have the strength and the ability to see those emotions and those thoughts for what they are, accepting them, and still choosing to move forward, okay? Moving forward in spite of everything else. Despite, not in spite. I don't know what I'm saying. But that's what I'm seeing here. That's what they want you to do. That's what you need to do right now. Let's see what they have here. With I'm assuming it's Hathor, but I would say Hathor, I don't know why. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. And let's make it one more. Oh my goodness. Okay. Star brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So, birth as a portal. This card, and with trust here, is very appropriate that they both came up, and they even have like similar colors here. This card is about trusting the mother, and by mother I mean Mother Nature. Maybe you believe in a mother goddess, that's up to you, but simply, apart from nurturing yourself and having patience with yourself, it's trusting that you have a support system. Friends are a support system. Your family, if they support you, they're a support system. But you also have a whole support system of a spirit team that's rooting for you and supporting you, okay? And you may see flashes of light, like at times. First of all, make sure it's not like an eye thing, like you have an eye problem, because I had that issue once and it wasn't, but you know, always rule out the medical. But when you see flashes of light, it's your guides kind of saying, hey, I'm here, you know, like, what's up, what I'm here, talk to me. And with protection and loyalty here, you're being protected, so you don't have to worry about taking that sprint forward that I'm seeing, because they showed me again the person kind of getting ready to start the race, okay? And I'm seeing something about competition. It doesn't matter how fast you go. I know they're showing me someone that's clearly a runner on a race, but it's not about how fast you get there. It's not about getting there first. It's about simply getting there, okay? At your own pace. Accept your own pace and trust it, okay? You're being really, really protected, and they want you to trust that. They don't want you to fear what's to come or what will happen if you do take that step about moving forward. And despite everything that people have told you, you know, going against, it's kind of like proving people wrong, okay? And I feel like someone just kind of said like, oh, I like that, like I kind of like that part, like I'm proving people wrong. I wouldn't say it's good or bad, but if it gives you some fuel, like if it gives you strength to say I'm gonna prove this person wrong for saying that I couldn't accomplish anything, and I'm gonna accomplish everything I want to do. Don't let that be your sole motivation, but if it serves as motivation at first, go for it. I mean, as long as you don't lose yourself in the way, like losing why you're doing what you're doing, why you're taking that step in the first place, you know, it's okay, right? You can do it, you know, go for it, right? And don't beat yourself up if you kind of waver a little bit, if you stagger around a little bit, if you have some issues at some point. Don't give up because of that, and don't be mean to yourself when that happens, okay? Because you don't need, like I said, you don't need to be perfect. Don't let perfect get in the way of good enough, okay? And that may hit some nerves here and there, and trust me, I hit my own nerves when I said that, because I hate that, okay? But it's the truth. Sometimes there are hard truths that we have to swallow, okay? And that's kind of my job here. My job here is not to tell you what you want to hear, it's to tell you what you need to hear, okay? And your guides, they are not gonna tell you something just to make things seem like rainbows and butterflies. They're gonna tell you what you need to hear and what you need to do, even if it's uncomfortable, okay? So whatever it is, it could make you uncomfortable, but still, choose to move forward. There's a part of you that may want to move forward, that is wanting to move forward, and then there's another part of you wanting to stay exactly where you are because it's comfortable, or because you are afraid of what would happen if you take that step. Trust the part of you that's trying to move you forward, because that's your intuition, that's your soul calling you to move forward, okay? So do trust that thing, and I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, and do hit that notification bell because I do put up new videos every Thursday at 7 a.m. EST, and occasionally Sundays. I don't have a specific date yet, but I'm gonna try to put it on Sundays. I think this one's going up on a Sunday, but we'll see. So much luck on your journey. You can do it, okay? I don't care if you're a Leo or not. Go for it, okay? Much love to you. Bye bye.